The rain lashes against the transparent steel windows of the Chancellor's private office. Inside, the fate of the galaxy hangs by a thread. Mace Windu stands poised to execute Darth Sidious, but Anakin Skywalker's mind is a storm of fear, ambition, and desperate love for Padme. He cannot lose her. Yet, looking at the twisted monster before him, a cold realization floods his veins. Why serve a master when he can become one? In a sudden, blinding flash of blue plasma, Anakin ignites his lightsaber and drives it straight through Sidious's chest. The Dark Lord gasps, his golden eyes widening in shock before he collapses to the floor, lifeless. The Sith Master is dead, but the darkness has already claimed his killer. Standing over the smoking corpse, Anakin feels an intoxicating rush of absolute power. The Jedi Council will never understand what he has done. They will call it murder, treason, and betrayal. But Anakin does not care anymore. He looks down at his trembling mechanical hand, realizing that he no longer needs the Jedi, and he certainly no longer needs the Sith. He needs only control. With the war raging outside and the clone army awaiting commands, the newly crowned tyrant takes his first dark step toward true dominion. But as the echoes of his lightsaber fade, a chilling question hangs in the air. How long before his closest friends discover the monster he has become? The transition is swift, brutal, and absolute. Within hours of Sidious's demise, emergency holo broadcasts beam across every star system in the Republic. Anakin Skywalker does not hide behind the facade of a constitutional protector. He strips away the Senate's remaining authority and officially declares the birth of the First Galactic Empire. Across the core worlds, citizens watch in stunned silence as the democratic institutions of 1,000 generations are dismantled overnight. Clone troopers, once bound to the Senate, are repurposed as the direct personal enforcers of the Emperor. Their armor is marked with the jagged insignia of a new regime, marching through the streets of Coruscant to enforce immediate curfews and martial law. Inside the vast chambers of the Imperial Palace, the newly crowned sovereign sits upon a throne forged from cold ambition. Padme Amidala watches from the shadows, her heart breaking as she realizes the man she loves has not saved democracy, he has consumed it. Yet, Skywalker cares little for dissent. He believes absolute peace can only be forged through absolute terror. As the Imperial fleet mobilizes to crush any system foolish enough to resist, the galaxy learns a hard lesson. A single Jedi Knight has transformed into a god of war. But far away on the volcanic surface of Mustafar, a lone Jedi Master watches the broadcasts, realizing he must stop his fallen brother before it is too late. The obsidian shores of Mustafar glow with rivers of molten rock, mirroring the burning fury within the hearts of two former friends. Obi-Wan Kenobi steps off the ramp of his ship, his blue lightsaber igniting to cut through the heavy, ash-choked air. Standing before him is Anakin, no longer a protector of peace, but an imperial tyrant draped in black leather and fueled by boundless arrogance. "You were supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it," Obi-Wan shouts over the roar of the lava falls. Anakin's yellow-flecked eyes narrow with cold disdain as he ignites his crimson-bladed weapon. "The Republic was weak, Obi-Wan. I brought order," he replies, his voice laced with venom. With a deafening clash of plasma, the duel begins. It is a heartbreaking dance of tragedy and muscle memory. Every strike carries the weight of a decade spent fighting side by side in the Clone Wars. They anticipate each other's moves with agonizing precision, trading blow for blow across metallic gantries and crumbling platforms. Obi-Wan fights with defensive sorrow, trying desperately to reach the man trapped beneath the darkness. But Anakin fights with pure, unadulterated aggression, his power growing with every passing second. As the ground beneath them begins to fracture under the intense heat, the definitive clash reaches its catastrophic tipping point. The heat is suffocating, and the air crackles with lethal energy. Obi-Wan Kenobi fights with everything he has left, but Emperor Skywalker's raw strength has surpassed all mortal limits. With a savage spinning kick, Anakin shatters his former master's guard, sending Obi-Wan tumbling backward onto a slick metallic slope right at the edge of a cascading lava river. Obi-Wan slides downward, desperately grabbing for purchase as the scorching rock singes his robes. Standing tall above him on the high ground, Anakin looks down, without a single trace of remorse or pity in his eyes. The Brotherhood is gone, burned away by ambition. "I have nothing left to learn from you," Anakin spits, turning his back on the smoking slope. He does not stay to watch the final blow. In his arrogance, he assumes the heat alone will finish the job. He turns and walks away into the fiery haze, leaving the shattered remnants of his past behind forever. Miraculously, using the last reserves of his strength and the Force, Obi-Wan manages to drag his scorched, broken body onto a hovering mining platform. He escapes into the stars, carrying the heavy burden of a monumental failure. Back on Coruscant, Skywalker feels a cold emptiness settle into his soul. Without Obi-Wan, without the Jedi, and with Padme slipping away in grief, the Emperor stands utterly alone at the top of the world. 2 decades of absolute darkness pass, and the galaxy groans under the relentless boot of Emperor Skywalker's regime. Surveillance droids patrol every starport, and descent is met with immediate, brutal execution by elite inquisitors. Yet, even in the deepest shadow, hope refuses to completely die out. Deep within the freezing caves of hidden worlds, a fragile alliance begins to take root. Surviving Jedi, living in perpetual exile, make secret contact with disillusioned former senators who remember the lost liberties of the Republic. Mon Mothma and Bail Organa orchestrate covert supply lines, while scarred veterans of the Clone Wars smuggle weapons to partisan cells scattered across the Outer Rim. They know a direct military assault on Coruscant is suicide. Skywalker's personal fleet and his unmatched mastery of the dark side make him nearly invincible. Instead, the rebellion focuses on sabotage, espionage, and unity, gathering intelligence on imperial shipyards and secret superweapon projects funded by the endless resources of the throne. Yet, the leaders of this clandestine movement do not yet know the most terrifying truth of all. The children born of the bloodline they hope to save are already growing up. Across the galaxy, 2 young souls are about to step onto the stage of destiny, unaware that their father rules the entire universe with an iron fist. On the swamp world of Dagobah and the royal courts of Alderaan, 2 paths converge. Luke Skywalker, working as a moisture farmer on the Outer Rim, dreams of more than just horizons, while Princess Leia Organa uses her diplomatic immunity to funnel credits directly to the Rebel Alliance. Neither knows the truth of their parentage until a cloaked visitor brings ancient lightsabers and a terrifying revelation. Their father is not a fallen hero of the Republic. He is Emperor Skywalker, the supreme ruler of the galaxy. The news hits like a physical blow. Luke stares down at the blue weapon once carried by his father, feeling the heavy pull of a legacy built on blood and conquest. Leia, hardened by years of secret political warfare, understands immediately that this changes everything. Armed with this knowledge, the twins take active leadership roles within the rebellion. They are no longer just fighting an abstract empire. They are fighting their own flesh and blood. Across the star systems, rebel cells unite under a single banner, preparing for a desperate, coordinated strike against the imperial capital. The stage is set for a monumental collision. As the rebel fleet prepares to jump toward Coruscant, the Emperor sits upon his obsidian throne, sensing a familiar disturbance in the Force that draws him inexorably toward a final confrontation with his own children. The Imperial throne room is vast, silent, and bitterly cold. Floor-to-ceiling windows look out over the sprawling, neon-lit cityscape of Coruscant below. Emperor Skywalker stands beside the glass, his black cloak rippling slightly as young Luke Skywalker steps out of the shadows, with his lightsaber drawn, flanked by Imperial guards. "You are a fool to come here, son," the Emperor says, turning slowly to reveal a face aged by decades of dark side corruption, yet still carrying the piercing intensity of a former Jedi Knight. Luke grips his weapon tightly, his heart pounding against his ribs. "I've come to end your empire, Father," he answers, his voice echoing through the massive chamber. What follows is not merely a clash of blades, but a psychological war. Anakin tests his son with terrifying speed and destructive power, driving Luke back against the observation glass. Every strike from the Emperor is laced with bitter temptation, urging Luke to embrace his anger, take his rightful place at his father's side, and rule the galaxy as a family. Luke blocks a devastating downward blow, his arms trembling under the immense pressure. He looks into his father's golden-flecked eyes, seeing a fleeting glimpse of the man he could have been before the darkness rushes back in. The choice is clear, but the cost of victory hangs in a razor-thin balance. Luke refuses to strike the final, fatal blow, casting his weapon aside in an act of pure defiance. But unlike the historic duel on the second Death Star in another timeline, there is no redemption here. There is no hidden spark of goodness left to pull Anakin back from the brink. Decades of unbridled absolute power have hardened his soul into unbreakable steel. With a cold, dismissive wave of his hand, Emperor Skywalker uses the Force to immobilize his son, lifting Luke into the air and pinning him against the wall. "You chose weakness," Anakin whispers, his voice carrying the chilling finality of a god passing judgment. He does not kill his children. Instead, he strips them of their will, breaking their minds and bending them to his absolute command as his new personal enforcers. Down below, the rebel fleet is utterly crushed by the Imperial Armada, leaderless and broken as news of the royal family's subjugation spreads across the stars. Resistance is officially stamped out forever. Sitting back down upon his obsidian throne, Emperor Skywalker gazes out across an endless, silent galaxy. There are no more rivals, no more Jedi, and no more rebellion. There is only the Empire, eternal and unyielding, plunged into a permanent, unbroken age of absolute darkness, with its supreme ruler reigning unchallenged for all eternity.